Hey guys, many people recognize that names have meanings to them. For example, when my wife and I were having children, we like to give our kids names that would encourage them. For example, when my wife was pregnant with our son, we really liked the name Tristan, but that name means tumult or outcry or sad one, and we really didn't think that was a name that we wanted him to have. We wanted him to have something that would be encouraging to them. We didn't think it would change their character. We just simply wanted them to have something that was positive behind their name. Now, in the Bible, names are very intentional. Babies, their children were often named maybe about the circumstances that surrounded their birth, or perhaps they were given a family name, a name that had belonged to one of their ancestors. Sometimes they're given very pointed names that were social commentaries or challenging names that were there to challenge the culture even around them. And God in the Bible likes to change names. I think, for example, you take, for example, Abram had his name changed to Abraham, Sarai to Sarah, Jacob to Israel. And even in the New Testament, Jesus did this. He changed Simon's name to Peter. Well, this week, we are going to be kicking off a new 4-week series on the names of God. We're going to cover such names like the Lord of Hosts and the Lord will provide. We're going to talk about the Lord our shepherd. But we're going to start off this week with Yahweh Rapha, or the Lord who heals. Now, the Lord reveals this name in an interesting passage to the Israelites in Exodus chapter 15, verses 22 through 26. And this subject of healing actually can be a little bit of a sensitive one in the church, in church circles. So I wanted to give you guys a chance to do some reading ahead of time, to do some thinking ahead of time as we head into the sermon this coming up weekend. I'm going to leave in the description of this a list of passages for you to read, and you can maybe get a little head start thinking about this. What are your thoughts? I'm curious about this. What are your thoughts about the God who heals? Do you believe he still heals to this day? Have you experienced that healing or known someone who has experienced that healing? But I think there's some bigger questions that we need to uncover, we need to dig into, such as, how do we handle when God chooses not to heal someone? That can be a very touchy subject. Why is God healing people anyways? How does God's healing work together with doctors and medicine? And how does healing fit into the larger picture of discipleship? So I hope to see you on Sunday as we discuss some of these difficult questions and spend some time. We're definitely going to spend some time praying for and anointing anybody who desires God's healing in their lives. I'm looking forward to it. I hope to see you on Sunday.